What's going on YouTube? I'm Andrew Crawford, the HD Legend, yo boy! The GOAT, not the GOAT, but I look like a GOAT. Close enough, am I right? I think I'm right. And today on the channel, well first, some housekeeping things. I'm going to try to upload more frequently. You know, Monday and Friday, 2 times a week. I don't know, yes I know today's Wednesday, shut up. And my roommate's playing Rocket League or Xbox, so if you hear button smashing or him yell, oh well, what can I do? He could actually be a professional in Rocket League. Meanwhile, my happy butt is sitting here recording videos for 4 or 5 people to watch. You know, which one's more important? But, so, yeah, that, so today is going to be my first fantasy booking in a minute. It was about last summer, last time I booked one, and it was how I booked Kofi Mania. So now I'm going to book Edge's final run with the company. Edge is my favorite professional wrestler of all time. So this is going to be very emotional for me. So, who is Edge? Edge is 1/4 of the Mount Rushmore of the Ruthless Aggression era pro wrestling. He's half of he is 1/8 of the Mount Rushmore of tag team wrestling. He is one of, if not the very best professional wrestlers, not just of my generation, not just of the generation before, but of all time. An 11-time world champion, 1-time U.S. champion, 5-time Intercontinental champion, 14-time tag team champion, first ever Money in the Bank winner, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, King of the Ring, great on the mic, has had an iconic entrance for the better part of, not even for the better part, just straight up for, let's see, he started doing that entrance in like 06, so 17 years. Sorry, I'm bad at quick math. And he's also my favorite. And, you know, I cried enough when he retired in 2011. His return in 2020 capped off just one of the most emotional days of my life because it was the same day Kobe Bryant died. Stupid helicopters. Anyways, so how should WWE book Edge's final run? He just finished his feud with the Judgment Day. There's that. We're gonna start on one of the Raws before Money in the Bank. And Edge qualifies for Money in the Bank. And during an interview, he says, I'm not gonna lie, I want to retire the same way that I did in 2011, which is I want to retire champion. And if I can do that by recreating such an iconic moment with me cashing in Money in the Bank, I'm fine with that. And, you know, contrary to that interview, Edge loses. Heartbreakingly. Like, he is on top of the ladder, and someone like, I'm gonna give it to someone that would be really cool to see Money in the Bank with. Tommaso Ciampa, yeah! Takes the briefcase and drills Edge in the head with it for Edge to fall off the ladder and lose. Ciampa unhooks the briefcase, he's Mr. Money in the Bank. So, the big question for Edge now, since he lost, is what now? What, realistically, can I do because I lost? You know, Money in the Bank's my one ticket. And this is obviously going to see Edge stay longer because this is going to be a big build. Roman is still champion. So, Edge comes out and straight up says, alright, I lost. Here's what I'll do. Roman Reigns, I'm challenging you for the title at SummerSlam. Roman comes out and laughs and says, no. And Edge says, fine. I face the entire Bloodline tonight in a gauntlet match, and if I win, you have to face me. To which Paul Heyman advises Roman, do it. He won't beat Solo. Roman says yes. We start off with Edge versus Jimmy, and it is a fire little match, and it ends when Jimmy, goes for a super kick, Edge catches, throws him down, hits an impaler, hits a spear, 1, 2, 3. Edge beats Jimmy. Next up is Jay. Main event, Jey Uso. And this one ends when it looks like Jay's about to go for the Uso splash, the big woo, Edge kips up real quick, counters it into a spear, 1, 2, 3. And at this point, Edge has been in the ring for about, let's give both of them a good 17 minutes. So we're going to say he's been in the ring for 34 minutes already. Solo comes out, and it is all Solo for the most part. Edge gets a few bops, but Solo's just ruining him. And then he gets Edge in position to hit that little running homage to Maga that he does. And so he backs up into the corner, does his little thing, and takes off sprinting. Edge kips up, spear, 1. We're going to make Solo look like a monster. Solo kicks out at 1, and everyone's like, huh? That didn't happen. Yes, it did. Edge hits another spear. This time gets a 2 count, and Edge is like, oh my gosh, bro. And so he sets up for a third. Solo counters into a super kick. Both men are down, but they answer right as the ref is about to count for the double count out. Both men wouldn't win. Both men get to their feet. Solo, and they're in the corner. Solo runs, hits his head off the post. Edge comes off the ropes, hits a beautiful spear. 1, 2, 3. Edge wins. Edge is going to face Roman at SummerSlam. Edge loses because of the bloodline. He's going for a spear. Ref is distracted by Solo. The Usos with a double super kick while he's in the corner. Roman drags him, puts him in the guillotine. Edge is already out, so it's not going to really... He can't fight out of it, so Edge loses. Comes out the next night and says, I don't know what to do. I've got to go back to the drawing board. Leaves. We don't see him again until the Rumble. At the Rumble, Roman finally loses, and it's John Cena's 17th World Championship win. John Cena wins its 17th, ending the, at this point, over 3-year reign of dominance Roman's had. And for now, Roman's out of the title picture. Sorry. At the Rumble, Edge surprisingly enters at number 2. And unlike the last time he won, he is heavily involved in almost everything. Edge wins the Rumble. Cena wins that Elimination Chamber, the second pay-per-view on the road to WrestleMania. Edge comes out and says, this is poetic. Smiles at John. John smiles. It's a mutual respect thing. Edge says, you're who I won my first WWE title off of. You're who I'm going to win my 12th off of. And walks away. As Edge is getting to the stage, Cena stops and cuts a promo. He doesn't say Edge, he says Adam. Uses Edge's real name. We've been through a lot together. You have never beat me clean, though. You have always had to resort to your underhanded, low-life tactics to beat me. You're going to have to do that again because you know you're not better than me. And Edge just kind of stops on the stage, smiles, and walks away. doesn't say anything. Cena obviously wins the promo battle that night. The next week, it's Edge's turn. Edge comes out and says, you know, Cena, you're right. I've never beat you clean. I'm going to change that. I don't want a regular match with you. I want a no disqualification match. That way, everything's clean. There's no cheating in a no DQ match, obviously. Cena refuses. He says, no, you know, you're either going to actually beat me clean as a whistle, no cheating, no dirty tactics. You're going to earn it, or you're not going to beat me. To which Edge takes that personally, like the Michael Jordan meme says. Hits Cena in the head with a microphone, attacks him, you know, and we're seeing, like, for the first time, we're seeing the real rated R superstar, the Edge that's just like an unhinged, deranged maniac. And during his assault, he puts John Cena's arm in the on the steel steps and concertos it. Concertos it again. Puts Cena's head on the steps, concertos him twice. The next week, the go-home show before Mania, they call into question, is Cena even going to be able to compete? John Cena, via satellite, he's in like not a hospital bed, but like, he's somewhere with like his arm heavily bandaged, got it up. He says, I'm going to be there Sunday, and Edge, I'm going to end your career. We see a much more aggressive Cena. And at Mania, let these two do what they do best. Let them have a match. Don't let Triple H, Vince, whoever's over creative, don't get involved. Let these two go put on the barn burner, barnstormer, whatever you want to call it, that they're capable of putting on. And it ends when Edge, after 3 spears already, hits a 4th spear. Like, you know, they dish out everything. Cena hits the top rope AA. Edge targets the arm. You know, all this. It ends when Edge hits his 4th spear, and he's like, I know that's not enough. Flips Cena over and locks him in that crossface he started doing that he actually does very well with. Edge locks in the crossface, and he's wrenching back, and he's pushing his own legs back on the arms of Cena, trying to really hone in on that arm. And the man whose whole mantra is never give up, gives up. John Cena taps out, middle of the ring, clean as a whistle. For the first time ever, Edge beats Cena clean, because Cena tapped out. And since Edge said he wants to retire in Toronto, and WWE does a Toronto tour every summer, he's going to do that. He's going to have a 4-month reign. And in this, it's not going to be an Edge's greatest hits just because he won his title from Cena. No, he's going to beat guys he's never faced. Sheamus is one. He's always said he wants to face Sheamus. You know, he's going to have a feud with dream matches for Braun Breaker. He's going to have a feud with Braun, assuming Braun's been called up at this point. Sheamus is going to be his last feud, because I want it to be. This is my video. If you don't like it, suck one. I don't care. I'm done caring at this point. Edge's first feud with the title is with Tommaso Ciampa. And this runs Backlash, and that's it. It's one match. The history of the neck issues, Edge wins. The feud with Breaker, it ends after Edge concertos his head against the post. Again, we're seeing the heel rated R superstar that just has no care for anyone's well-being. And Edge, in his feud with Sheamus, again wins. And in his hometown of Toronto, he comes out, says thank you, retires as champion, just like he said he wanted to, just like he said in the beginning of my fantasy booking. And Edge says thank you to the fans, thank you to WWE, thanks Sheamus because he finally got to face Sheamus, thanks Cena, you know, the whole retirement spiel. And it is heartwarming. And again, this is my fantasy booking. I think Edge retired perfectly the first time when he retired as world champion. I want him to retire as world champion again. And that's what he's doing in this video. And if you don't like it, oh well. It's my fantasy booking, not yours. That being said, that's the video. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Don't forget to tell me about it in the comments below. Unless you hated it, because again, I really don't handle negative feedback well, and I'll be very sad. Again, gonna try to start uploading more frequently. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, send it to your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, anyone you can think of. Walk up to a random stranger on the street, show them the video, be like, hey, this kid likes wrestling way too much, but he makes some points. Except for this. This was just a fantasy booking for the fun of it. I'm actually going to try to get better at these because I know this wasn't terrific by any standards, especially if you watch Parts Unknown and you watch Adam Blampier, a British dude that is the king of fantasy booking. Again, thank you for watching. Stay healthy, health is wealth, drink water, go outside to get some fresh air, and, enjoy life. But again, thank you for watching, and again, my next fantasy booking, I will try to do better than this one. But until next time, unlike John Cena, I can see you, and I will see you very soon.